Time to bring you sports here on News Prime, and the after effect of Anas Arhinful's number 12 expose continues as CAF, the Confederation of African Football, hands out various sanctions to several referees. Ghana's referee Daniel Lai has been banned for life, with 7 other referees from various parts of the continent receiving 10-year bans. Here's a report by my colleague Abigail Senasosu.
Last Sunday, the disciplinary board of the Confederation of African Football held a meeting to decide over the cases of referees named in the Anas Arhinful expose. Assistant referee David Lai received the biggest punishment of a life ban, with 7 others receiving a 10-year ban from the sport. The 7 are Reginald Lovebridge, Eric Nantri, Cecil Fletcher, Dawood Rodrago, Malik Salifu, Theresa Ankunyam, and Joseph Wellington.
That report was by Abigail Senasosu, and the Ghana Coaches Association have expressed anger and disappointment in the conduct of the referees court in the Anas number 12 expose. The chairman of the Greater Accra Regional Licensed Coaches Association, Abubakar Damba, has been speaking on the issue.
It's not the best that is happening in Ghana, but I think better it happens than we keep ourselves in the dark, because what has happened in the current dispensation in Ghana football is a good thing going forward, because we feel that a lot more reforms will happen that will see us enjoy football much more better, apart from the fact that administrators have been involved, but also referees who are supposed to be doing the good things in Ghana football are more involved.
But do you feel disappointed that you'd go through all the stress of training and preparing these players for games that we saw that were influenced by these referees, that your work will just be put out there and distributed just like that?
Absolutely. Not only feeling disappointed, but we are angry about it, because you realize that at the end of it all, after you put in all the effort, physically, mentally, psychologically, financially, at the end of it all, one individual in the middle of the pitch determines which way the game goes. I think it's not fair. It's not the best of things that happens, even though they are human beings. But I think most of them have been very, very unprofessional. And thanks to this expose, which has, of course, brought to light things that have been happening in, I always put it, the Dodoa forest that we are not very much unaware of.
Abubakar Damba expressing anger and disgust at the conduct of referees caught in the Anas Arhinful expose. Now, former Black Star striker Augustine Arhinful has also urged the Liaison team, who are handling the affairs of Ghana football currently, to consult clubs on reforms.
Like you stated, it's happened, and so we can't do much about it. The Liaison team, for now, I think the mandate given to them, they followed it through. And I've heard a lot of argument that they are going beyond the mandate given them. But I'm of the view that it will be prudent for them to solicit for the views of the clubs and people involved, because at the end of the day, the normalization team might come, or FIFA might come down. So if they come, they will obviously meet them. So beside the national team duties that was given to them, they can tell them that, look, we were able to meet the clubs, and this is what we think should be the roadmap going forward. I think it's not a bad idea, but because of the interest that individuals have, they've started talking about it, which it's unfortunate, to the extent that some have said certain things that looks more like insulting or trying to impugn or somebody's reputation and all that. So I think, as human beings, we're all fallible for these things to happen. But if critically we want things to change, then we have to be focused and not relent on what we are doing.
Former Black Star striker Augustine Arhinful there, and the oldest man to feature in a FIFA World Cup game, Egypt's Essam El Hadari, has announced his retirement from national team duties. Now, he made his debut for the Pharaohs of Egypt in 1996, won the AFCON in 2000, won the AFCON in 1998, also in 2006, 2008 here in Ghana, and also in 2010 in Angola. He scored time on his international career.
Egypt goalkeeper Essam El Hadari has announced his retirement from international duty at the age of 45. The goalkeeper became the oldest player in World Cup history when he played for Egypt against Saudi Arabia at the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. He played Egypt's final group game in Russia, saving a penalty in the Pharaohs' 2-1 defeat by Saudi Arabia. Al-Hadri has a decorated international career, having won 4 Africa Cup of Nations after making his debut in 1996 and played 159 times for his country. At club level, Al-Hadri remains active between the sticks for Egyptian top-flight side Ismaili.
He has a record of the fastest man in the world, but has ambitions of playing professional football. Jamaica's Usain Bolt is on trial at Australian top-flight side Central Coast Mariners.
Usain Bolt's dream of becoming a professional footballer has now moved a step closer after earning an indefinite trial at Central Coast Mariners. The 8-time Olympic champion expressed his desire to move into football following his retirement from athletics and will train with the A-League side to try and earn a contract. Bolt had already trained with Germany's Borussia Dortmund, Norway's Strømsgodset and Mamelodi Sundowns. The world and Olympic champion had this to say about his stay in Australia.
Hi guys, you see him here. I just want to say thanks to everybody at the Central Coast Mariners for giving me this opportunity to play professional football in the A-League. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to prove that with hard work anything is possible. So I'm looking forward to it and I'm going to come here and do my best. Watch out, I'm on the way. Remember, I don't think limits.
Will he find as much success on the football field as he did on the tracks? Remains to be seen. My name is Hans Mensah Ando. That's your sports.